Hey, Josh.
Oh, hey, Holly.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. So are you ready to answer some questions?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, Colin.
Hey, Holly, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Just relaxing, just starting the summer break. So I just want to get a quick workout in before I go visit my parents back home.
Hi, Ben.
Hello.
What you doing?
I am inspecting Greekeries and carabiners.
Cool.
I work at the TWU rock climbing wall, and yeah, just an employee here.
So where are you from?
I am from Austin, Texas.
I'm from Desoto, Texas.
I was born in Irving, Texas, but I grew up in Keller.
So what made you choose TWU?
I chose TWU because it was the only school I applied to once I transferred. So kind of just knew I wanted to come here. But before I transferred, I was looking up other schools with great biology and like medical programs, and TWU has one of the best nursing programs. So I was like, well, if I don't stick with biology, I could always change my major to nursing.
TWU was basically one of those campuses that I didn't think too much about until I came here to visit, and I realized that this is a close-knit family here, and I knew that this campus was going to give me the opportunity to be successful and explore my options in terms of just not my degree plan, but what to do after graduation.
TWU initially, they have one of the better music therapy programs here, and I came here for that.
It's when you're in high school, you think that you can do 8 a.m.s all the day because you're doing 8 a.m.s Monday through Friday in high school, right? So, whenever I got to college, I thought I could do 8 a.m.s my full time being here, at least my first semester freshman year, but I was completely wrong. I signed up for all 8 a.m. classes Monday through Friday as well.
What was the total freshman move you made when you began college?
Beginning college or just throughout college? Because I always fall everywhere. I usually trip going up the stairs. So that's something I always do. And then, trying to think, what else? Probably falling in the cafeteria and dropping all my food and then having to go get some more.
Overeating, big time. I think
Overeating.
the freshman 15 was real for me,
And how did you work that off? The rock climbing wall?
The rock climbing wall, yeah.
What's your favorite TWU student organization you're involved in?
Let's see, I'd probably say being a Pioneer Ambassador.
My favorite TW organization is going to be the Pioneer Ambassadors because I love to give campus tours to all the incoming students, and the TW Spirit Team.
I am only involved in the TWU climbing club. So that is my favorite, and we had a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun though, but because we went to regionals and national. Or I didn't qualify nationals, but I did go to regionals all the way in Huntsville, and that was really fun.
What is the best class you've ever taken here at TWU?
The best class I've taken at TWU. So I would have to say probably my women's studies classes. I've taken 2 of those, but my freshman year with Miss Marcella.
Any of my math classes here at TWU with my professor being Paul Ingram. He's like most down to earth.
English Composition 2 from Amanda Myers.
What is your major and what made you pick it?
My major right now is music therapy, and I picked it because I like the idea. I don't know. Everything in music therapy is really, really cool. I hope to kind of go back and work with special needs kids to just play music. I feel like there are some people who don't get music in their lives very often.
Biology, because it was really a toss-up between that and engineering. I honestly just flipped a coin between the 2 majors I wanted to choose. But chose biology because I wanted to pursue the route of becoming a doctor.
What is your major and why did you pick it?
So my major is medical technology with a minor in chemistry. With me, I knew I wanted to do something in the science field, and it was one of those things that I looked at it, I looked at the degree plan, I realized that the curriculum was, set for me, and I realized that, I was able to do, I don't want to say an internship, but more of a clinical practicum where I was able to actually be in a lab at different, micro, hematology, and different stuff like that, different departments of the lab, and be hands-on. I'm one of, kinesthetic learners, so being able to work with my hands and see what I was doing was, the best fit for me.
What's the best piece of advice you were ever given?
I would say to be open-minded about things. One of the things about college is, in order to be successful in college, you have to be open to ideas because college is a changing environment pretty much nonstop. You know, it just depends on your schedule because not all your classes will be at the same time, at the same day. Not all your classes will be taught by the same professor. There's different styles. So just being open to different ideals and different environments is basically your key to success in college.
Don't give up and keep moving forward.
I don't know that one.
Who would you have dinner with if you could have it with any person living or dead?
I think Hugh Jackman would be awesome to have dinner with. Just because I really like The Greatest Showman and like everything he went through for that role.
My favorite artist is Donald Glover / Childish Gambino, so I would say him, just to like tell him how much like his music means to me, like our shows and movies and whatnot.
Well, I would probably have to have the cast of the Marvel Studios. Just anybody from there. I'm a big Marvel fan, so definitely somebody from Marvel Studios.
What's your favorite building on campus?
Well, we're actually in it right now, the Fit and Rec.
Ooh, I would probably say the Ann Stewart Science Complex, or ASSC. It's the most eco-friendly building on campus, and it's where most of my classes are, just being the biology major.
I really like what's the other fitness building called?
Pioneer Hall?
Pioneer Hall. That one is really pretty.
What do you like to do in there?
I took a dance class last semester. That was really fun.
What's the coolest thing you've ever done at TWU?
Oh, that would probably be winning the 2016 indoor men's intramural soccer championship.
Be a part of the community council for my dorm my sophomore year.
Probably rock climbing.
What a good job you have then. How did you feel in high school when you announced you were going to TWU?
I was more nervous but excited at the same time. I knew it was going to be a different environment for me. It was really the first time that I was going to be one on my own, one kind of by myself. In high school, you kind of get some people telling you what to do, but in college, you have that freedom to do basically whatever you want to do. As long as you do go to class, for sure, then you'll be okay. But back in high school, I was kind of skeptical, especially being a male going to a mainly women college. I was kind of skeptical about how I would adapt to the campus, how it would be, if I would actually fit in, anything like that. But, after my first week on campus, or even at orientation, I knew that this campus was the best thing for me, and I knew that my decision in high school was, one of the best things I could do.
I did not announce it in high school. I started college after working for a year. So.
Well, how did you announce it after the fact?
Proudly.
Proudly.
So it wasn't weird for you to say you went to Texas Women's University?
I don't think so, no.
When I eventually decided to make the announcement that I was coming to TWU, I was still serving in the military. And a lot of my coworkers and everything gave me a really hard time about going to a women's university. But little did they know it was actually a co-ed university as well.
So how did your family and friends react to it?
So I think my parents were mainly, I wouldn't say skeptical. They were happy because TWU is really affordable for a lot of families. We offer a lot of financial aid, so both my mom and my dad were happy about that. And they also happy that, I was only going to be an hour or so away, so just in case I need some home-cooked meals, they'd be right down. Or if my mom missed her youngest son or whatnot, just take a quick drive up here. So they were more excited. My friends were excited as well because a decent portion of my high school actually applied here and attended here. So it was one of those things that I realized, I had that support system coming in here.
They just laughed at me, but they're really proud that I have made it this far, and I graduate in December.
Cool.
They're all on board with it. At least most of my friends. Some of my friends, I think, had an issue, but
Whatever. Nice.
What movie can you watch over and over again without getting bored?
Probably say Pulp Fiction directed by Quentin Tarantino.
I think Remember the Titans. It's a great football movie.
Into the Wild.
What's your current favorite show to binge watch on Netflix?
My current favorite show would probably be Ozark.
Dude, I don't watch a lot of Netflix.
It's Parks and Rec right now.
When did you know that TWU was a top choice for you?
So whenever I had my Pioneer Preview Day, I wouldn't say I was forced by my mom, but she advised me to go to the Pioneer Preview Day because she knew that it would open my eyes to the opportunities that TWU would give to me. And, you know, I just went with her. And I was kind of nervous at first because, like I said earlier, I was going to be a guide at all one campus, essentially. But at my Pioneer Preview Day, I was able to see other guys who were interested in coming here. And it was one of those things that, like, through the campus tour there, and then seeing the different events and organizations on campus at Pioneer Preview Day and what we have to offer here, I knew it was the perfect choice.
It was like the only school I really applied to after transferring. So it was just kind of, I knew at that point it was the school I wanted to go to.
I had a meeting with Dr. Zanders about the music therapy program over here, and just it seemed so good, you know?
What would be your ideal day at Denton if you had nothing to do with school?
See, after my freshman year, that's when I got a car on campus, so I was able to pretty much go anywhere in Denton. But whenever I was on campus, I would always walk from the dorms to the Denton Square, which are downtown Denton. So what we do is we either go to LSA, get some burgers and the garlic parmesan fries as well, and then we go to Mad World Records, you know, pick up some music or just look at anything we would like. And then after that, we would just walk around the square. We'd also sit on the lawn in front of the courthouse and, you know, just watch traffic, watch people go by.
I spent a lot of time like rock climbing, so Summit is pretty ideal for me all the time. Summit is the local Denton rock climbing gym.
Probably take my dog for a quick run around the city, which we usually do, and then meet up with my fiance and go to Jupiter's and get some coffee or something.
So what do you prefer, Rusty's Taco or Torchy's Taco?
Well, that's a biased question. I work for Torchy's, so I have to say Torchy's.
Rusty's Taco, 100%.
Definitely Rusty's.
How would you describe the city of Denton to someone who's not from the DFW area?
If you've ever been to Austin, it's like a mini Austin. So there's a lot of art and music around the city, and it's just a small city, so it's perfect to get around.
I would say that Denton is kind of like, it's like a niche community of people who are very active in like the arts, and I really, really like that about it.
We have just a lot of different diversity and a lot of different events. So it's one of those things that, granted, Denton is a small town, but just due to there being like 2 colleges here in the city, it's just one of those things that you can meet a lot of people through either going out, dinner, organizations on campus, just pretty much anywhere. So Denton's just one of those very fun cities that you get to know and love actually your freshman year, your sophomore year.
What's your favorite thing to do in the DFW Metroplex area?
I think it's a tough question. There's a lot to do in this area.
Whirly Ball in North Richmond Hills is really cool. They have $5 laser tag. Whirly Ball is basically a combination between lacrosse, basketball, and Quidditch, and it's dope. And also they have bumper cars that you drive around on. It's awesome.
I like to take friends that aren't from the Metroplex or that don't go out in the Metroplex and just show them like where I go eat at in Deep Ellum, Bishop Arch, you know, things like that.
What's your favorite sports team?
College is going to be the Texas Longhorns. I'm from Austin. I grew up watching the Longhorns all the time. NFL, it's going to be the Houston Texans.
I don't watch sports. The USA climbing team.
Cool.
Manchester United.
What's your favorite type of music?
Country music, all the way.
I like really like mellow rock.
I would probably say hip hop and rap would be like my go-to thing.
Have you ever maintained a job while in school, and how did you do that?
Yes, I maintained a couple of jobs. I was in the Air Force Reserves, and then I also worked for the Office of Admissions, and that one was fairly difficult at times, just like trying to balance between school and work, and then like life as well. And then currently working at Torchy's as well. Honestly, the best thing to do is just, if need be, like make school the main focus. Work is work, and it's always going to be there, but sometimes you just have to take an extra day off to focus on a test or a quiz or something you have.
I just got hired today.
So today's your first day on the job.
Today is my first day. I kind of put school above work in a lot of ways, but not so much that it interferes with anything I want to do.
After my first semester freshman year, I started working for the admissions office just as a student worker, and with that, I did a decent amount of stuff, and it was fun. And one of the things is, like, working on campus is probably one of the best ideas you can have. They pay you pretty well, and one of the best things as well is they also work with your schedule no matter what. So with all of our jobs on campus, you're not supposed to work more than 20 hours, which is a good thing because you're able to make sure you focus on school. All your employers on campus know that school is your main priority. So just working on campus, it's just been pretty much a blessing since you get to get paid as well as still focus on school.
What song is currently stuck in your head right now?
I don't know. Nothing really. More trying to think. What would be a good song? I really can't think of a song that's stuck in my head right now.
There's a song from Tony Hawk's Underground, or no, it was Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. It's like, champ! Just like, da-da-da. It's so
Love
fun.
that.
It's goofy. It's like a really fun melody, though.
I would probably say See You Again by Tyler, the Creator. It starts off as like, okay. Live in my dream step. Live in my fantasy.
How did you adjust to our predominantly female campus?
So that was one of my biggest, I wouldn't say fears, but that was one of the things I was pretty much nervous about whenever I was coming to TWU. I was like, I really didn't think it was going to be, 88% women and 12% male. So one of the things I realized afterwards is that no matter what, that, you have a support system here. And I came here knowing people from high school, and even if I didn't know anybody from high school, it was one of those things that people here always make sure that you are good.
Pretty easily, actually. I think I've always been kind of drawn to like a female community over male. Just in general, it just feels a lot easier to...
Are we friendly?
Yeah, everybody's friendly here. I think Denton also helps with that. Just the atmosphere of Denton is very friendly.
It was a bit of a culture shock at first, I'll say that. When I first got here, the ratio was like 9-to-1. So it was really hard trying to find guys on campus. And then you kind of just get used to it over time.
What's some advice you would give a male student who's considering coming to TWU?
Go where your heart chooses, honestly. Don't let other people make fun of you for choosing a primarily women's university. It's a great university to get a great education at, and just go stick with your gut.
The best advice would be come in with the mindset that you're going to succeed, and the mindset that you're open-minded to new ideals, new experiences. College is always about growth, and the experience I've had here between working, just school, classes, anything I was a part of here, I use that as kind of a template to go ahead and see growth in myself. So just being able to see growth in yourself as well is one of those things that helps you succeed in college, especially here at this campus.
There's also nothing to be ashamed of, Like TWU is a very good campus to attend, and it feels as difficult or just on par with any other college,
Last question. What would you say to a student who is on the fence on their decision to come to TWU?
I would say, choosing a college can always be hard since, it's a big investment. So I would say if you wanted to come to TWU, the best thing I would advise is to come take a campus tour, come to a Pioneer Preview Day, Transfer Connection, anything that, showcases what we offer here on campus.
I would just go with your gut, I guess. If you believe that TWU is the place to go, then go to TWU. It's a beautiful campus, as you can kind of see. It's very green all the time. And, the professors really take care of their students here.
Do whatever makes you feel good, If tour the campus, check things out here. If it's not right for you, it's not right for you. But I'd say, things here are good enough to come to.
So go with your guts.
Yeah, go with your guts.
Have a good summer.
You do the same. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ben. See ya.
See ya.